take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Slide, 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 slide. You finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide, you finna go live. Slide. I like you got some skate. Skate, so skate, so skate. I like you got some 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 skate. Start for the jet, let's go. Pull off with you. Slide ding, ride ding, there ding. Move it with you, drop it with you. Time about the green light, let's go.
Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome back to another Kings Talk Live episode 120, boy. We talking about booking them, boy. We putting them in the books. I see we got quite a few people already in the building. Let me get that thumbs up. Let me know everything's look good, sounds good. But in the process, we got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to do it, and we're waiting on our guests to pop in. Big shout out to T. Hines, the producer, or one of the producers. I don't want to get beat up by Ellen. I think she's a little late. All right. So she said the team. That's right. If you want to join the team, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. It's free. Costs you absolutely nothing. Come on and join us on our road to 35,000 subscribers. We had 32,000, I think 500, somewhere right in there. So we're not far away from our goal, but let's make it happen. We definitely want to get that before the season kicks off here. Let me see who else we got in the building. Shad, of course, he always trucking with us. All right. Paco 305. Speaking of Paco, you better get ready, ladies and gentlemen. And I want some ladies in here too. You know, Coach want the ladies in. You got to get ready. The NCAA, Coach Hayes, this will be the third annual college fantasy football draft will be coming up. So get ready for that. I'm not sure what we want to do for the donation period. We might have different tiers. We'll check it out and see. But Paco, please make that donation to the Coach Hayes Foundation. You like I rapped on that? Please make that donation to the Coach Hayes Foundation so we can go ahead and pay a light bill or two around here. But anyway, appreciate you, man. Y'all get ready for that. That's coming up here during the summer as well. Sean Green says, Coach, I'm here. Well, I'm here too, and we finna have a good time doing it. Let me see who else in the building. Frank Forden. All right. Skates on. You got your skates on, so you ready to roll with us. Let me see. IMAX in the building as always. The team. I'm glad. Brother Jay Blaze. There you go. There you go. Oh, my bad. I saw the name. I apologize. Brother Jay Blaze. There we go. So he's listed his top 5 must-haves for the Miami Hurricanes here in the 2024 class. So we got to definitely check that out. We'll go through that in this era. He's got KJ Bolden, Jeremiah Smith, Dylan Stewart, Ryan Wingo, Colin Simmons, Dylan Raiola, I guess, and Zaquan Patterson in that order. Ooh, that's more than 5, but, we always try to add extra as we do. All right, there we go. Shot-Town Kane. Appreciate you, man, for listening, even though you're at work. Thank you so much, man. Paco say, I got you. All right, Studio One. That boy said he finally on time. Maybe the soccer guard will come on and bless us with some World Soccer League picks. As y'all know, he is the guru when it comes to that. I know he has his own channel and everything. And they go to producer in the building right there. Hi, everyone. Check my watch. Because when I be late, boy, she be like, Coach must be fixing some cane juice. That's right. I am fixing some cane juice, and I got it right here in my cup. You know what, y'all? I apologize. I don't have my cane cup. I keep with the red cups. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to do better. Anyway. All right. So we got all the intros out the way. We got 72 people in the building ready to rock and roll. Ooh. DB coming in with the heat. That boy pitching fastballs out here. Do we really believe Miami will get any of that 7? Golly, you tough. And so that's a perfect segue. Hold on. Before I get into my segue. Miss Will Cox. I'll be so happy to see you when you pop in. And speaking of Miss Will Cox, I appreciate it. That Cash App, thank you very much. I got to put that up here so I can go ahead and give you love for that as well. But thank you so much, Miss Will Cox, for all of that. And I love the fact you come in and you fertilize our brain with some knowledge. All right. See, Shad, this button. Justin Green, what's up with you? KC3, you got to call in today, baby. The fans love you. The chat love you. The internet loves KC3 when he come in with that heat and that knowledge. But anyway, back to my segue before the guest comes on. He said, will we get any of that? Last year I did a show about the must-haves. And had to go back and really look at this. And on my list, I had C.J. Baxter, who was a running back. I had Damon Wilson, C.J. Baxter out of Orlando, Edgewater. Damon Wilson out of Venice, Florida. Hakeem Williams out of Stranahan, if I'm not mistaken. Kamani McLean out of Lakeland. And Malik Bryant out of Orlando Jones. Out of those 5, we got 1, Malik Bryant out of Orlando Jones. So we lost Kamani McLean to Colorado. We lost Hakeem Williams to Florida State. Damon Wilson to Georgia, I believe. And C.J. Baxter to Texas. So therefore, that brings up my next question. All right, that's it for those notes. Get that crap out of here. This year, I put on the list, and I need you guys to let me know if we'll get any of these 5. You can put it in the chat. Maybe I should do them polls, right? Maybe I should do those polls, but I don't got time to type it, so y'all just listen up. Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver out of Chaminade. Justin Scott, Zaquan Patterson, Dylan Stewart, and David Stone. Those who I put up on the thumbnail as my must-haves. I don't know what my man X from Caneville is going to say, but we'll definitely find out what he has to say here in a quick second. He should be popping on here in a minute. But my question is, just put a number up. How many of those 5 do you think we're going to get? Do you think we get 4 of 5, 2 of 5, 5 of 5, 3 of 5? Look at that. Ed is by Keys. Ed is by Keys in the building. He say 3 of 5. Ooh, that'd be interesting to find out who are those 3. And when we open up the phone section part, I would love for you guys to call in and let me know, kind of before you state your point, before I start your clock. Let me know who would you like to have quickly in that order, so far as who you think Miami is a must-have for Miami, because we know the recruiting weekend is popping off. I think they currently recruits on campus now, or if not. And boy, let me tell y'all something, boy. If you're a Florida Gator fan and you in here, well, they going hard at y'all, boy. They talking about Coach Billy Napier got a rented Maybach. They picking on them because they took the kids to Dave and Buster's. I mean, bruh, y'all tough, boy. Y'all cats tough. So, hey, I have to say this. Once you make those statements, you better hope Mario Cristobal and his staff got them boys doing something different. They better be out on a yacht or something. So it'll be very interesting to find out what's going on. King Kyle says too early to call. Well, King Kyle, I want you to got to give me something. You always call you Against the Grain. That's going to be your name, Against the Grain. I want you to call in one day, King Kyle. I know you talking about, I think you talking about you want to treat me to Houston's one day or something like that. I remember that. I'm going to take you up on it one day. I might have to bring security with me, though, because I don't know. Might try to give old coach the catch up. I don't know, man. You got to watch out for them kind of cats. Anyway, so that's where I am right now. Okay, so this week that we had on campus, let me see if I have this done properly. If I could look at this list right here. So the June 2nd, again, this is according to Inside the U. This is who they had. Cameron Franklin, which is a big-time defensive lineman. He's out of Mississippi. Draylon Miller, who's a wide receiver. Cameron is a D lineman. Draymond Miller is a wide receiver. Jeray Hawkins, a wide receiver. James Nestor. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he just drop his top 3? And I think we're in his top 3. He's a linebacker. And somebody asked me to do his WRE, and I'll definitely get to him as well. Wyatt Gilmore, who's an edge rusher from Minnesota. And a cornerback from California named Demetrius Freeney. All right. He's not even ranked. He doesn't have any stars at all. That's okay. I was just letting you guys know. Now, what's interesting on this first week, we have, well, one guy from Florida, but that's IMG. So I don't know if Jeray Hawkins is initially from Florida or not. I don't know where he's from initially. So let me see if I can find out quickly where he's from. No, I don't know where he's from initially. So if anybody could tell me where he's from initially, I would appreciate it. But anyway, that is shocking that we don't have a lot of Florida guys on this first official recruiting weekend here. And so that's interesting to see. All right. Second is, excuse me. Second, as we get this thing rolling, it's a slow part here and so forth and so on. I'm going to make this announcement. I'll make it quick. A lot of people have been asking about the Crush Groove series. So I put it out on Twitter. Again, it's all entertainment, guys. I mean, Jesus Christ. Easy. Take it easy. It's all fun and entertainment. This is the slow part of the season, but we continue to have these shows. So I say all that to say, if you want to battle Groove, right? If you want to battle Groove, DM him on Twitter. I think he's at Big Groove, Groov, Big Groove. You'll see him up there. Or go to my page. You'll see where I put it. You can DM him. If you want to get it in, go holler at him, man. I want to see. We're going to do it next. Not this Sunday, not the Sunday coming. The following Sunday is what it'll be. So we can go ahead and get it in. That show will be at 6:30. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and check that out. It says Hawkins is from West Virginia. So technically, we don't have anybody from Florida here on this first visit. And there's not a lot of guys. I mean, we're talking about 6 dudes that's listed. There may be more on campus. They're just not listed on this list. So, excuse me. Studio One say, we done hollered at him. Now what? Okay, well, if you the man and he pick it, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, hey, holler at him, let him know what's up, see what's going on, and we'll go from there. Excuse me. Now, coming up, I got my man in the building. He back here. He the recruiting guru, as I say. He knows any and everything about all things Miami when it comes to recruiting. Hell, I don't have to have no big intro. Man, look here, my man. They got big things going on Wednesday nights. I believe it's at 7:30, the Twitter space, talking about Canes football and all of that other good stuff. Y'all clap it up for my man. Thanks! From Caneville. What's up with you, baby?
What's happening, Coach? What's good?
I'm good, man. So talk to me, man. What's the deal, baby?
Man, this like you said earlier, man, this is slow season, no football talk. It's all about recruiting and who's doing what and this and that. But this is definitely recruiting season right now. June is here. Big month. These next 2 months is big for UM, not just for UM, but big around the country. But for UM, it's very big, especially this month.
All right, so we talked about it right before you came on. I talked about this week. This is the first official visit week, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, first official weeks for the month of June.
For the month of June. And I see on this list, according to Inside the U, we have 6 guys on that list. It may be more, maybe less. Who on this list? First of all, let me ask you my first question. I'm sorry for skipping around. Let me ask you my first question. The Canes is fighting. Who are your top 5 must-haves? I said, I'm not sure if you know my list.
I didn't hear your list. Let me hear your list.
Okay, well, my list is on the thumbnail, but I'll let you know. Jeremiah Smith, Justin Scott, Zaquan Patterson, Dylan Stewart, and David Stone.
Okay. Oh, man, that's a pretty elite, impressive top 5 right there.
It's a must-have. Like, we must have.
Yeah.
I did say, my last year 5 must-have guys. We only got one of the 5 was Malik Bryant, Kamani McLean, Hakeem Williams, Damon Wilson, and C.J. Baxter, and we walked out with just only Malik Bryant.
So you didn't have none of the. You didn't have Francisco in there, because Francisco and Samson was 1 and 2 for me. It didn't matter who we got. They was 1 and 2 for me.
Well, the reason I didn't have them because they were already locked in at the time that I kind of did this.
Oh, okay. Now I see what's talking. Okay.
I'm looking at guys like, I could put on there JoJo Trader, but he's kind of trending to us. I'm looking at the guys that we got to kind of woo these dudes, and these are must-have guys, in my opinion, that will definitely enhance what we got going on. You understand what I'm saying? But when I look at, like, say, JoJo Trader, I looked at him and I said, he's already kind of trending to us, right? So why burn that must have when it's kind of, you know what I mean? It's like counting a possible when you got a joker in you know what I mean? When you you got an ace of spade, you know some other cards could beat it, but you should win that book if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so no, that makes perfect sense. Well, 5 must have if they already trending towards us, then it's not like it's a must. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna get that.
That's how I'm kind of looking at it. Now it may switch out, right? It may switch out, kind of like what you call it did us. Who came to us and decommitted at the last minute.
Talk about either Antoine Jackson, or you talk about Jaden Rashada, or Kamani McLean, or
Kamani McLean, for example.
Kamani McLean, okay.
So Kamani McLean, but at the time I did that show, I think he had decommitted, if I'm not mistaken. That's why he kind of like said, hey, I'm gonna decommit. Let me kind of open this back up. So I said, all right, we got to woo this dude back in. So I think that's why he was on my list. But if he was committed at the time I did that show, I probably would not have put him on there. If that
okay.
So
makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. To piggyback on your top 5, you might have to revisit your top 5 because actually 2 of those guys are training towards Miami.
Who?
Justin Scott. He's trending towards Miami.
That's a Chicago dude, right?
Yeah, he's trending towards Miami. I just don't see. I don't know if Georgia did much to woo him.
Well, I watched his Twitter account, and that dude had a smile from here to
here. Yeah. I mean, that's Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to post a picture with him frowning like, man, I'm pissed off. You know, he's in Georgia. They just won 2 national championships. I'm pretty sure they told him, you the best recruit we ever recruited, you know. So,
they told him for GTD, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, he's trending towards you. So, but he's still a must-have because his talent level is, something like we just don't get often at that position.
Yeah, because I looked at him. Because I looked at his tape. I'll kind of give y'all a little bit. I haven't filmed it yet, but I did look at it. I've changed my ways a little bit because I'm now doing the chip system. So I do want to give these guys a fair evaluation. So I do look at their film before I actually record it. Last year, in the previous years, I would look at it like when I put it on is when I recorded it. But because I'm truly evaluating them, I do look at it sometimes 2, 3, or 4 times because I do want to be fair on the evaluation. That's not fair just to look at a guy and you're trying to record and remember what you're saying and all that. And so I do look at him. So just to tell you quickly, looking at his tape, y'all may not like this. And people might say, Coach Hayes, you're an a-hole for that. But I think he could be a dynamic offensive lineman. He's athletic. He's angry. He's strong. He's powerful. And I'm just looking at the longevity of the career. I understand D-line is more sexy than O-line, right? No O-lineman wants to be an O-lineman. No D-lineman wants to be a D-lineman. They all want to be a linebacker. Linebackers don't. You know how that goes, right? But when I look at his tape, because he does play both ways, that's why I think he's number 77 or something like that.
Yeah.
When I look at his tape, and I'm looking at him pulling, he's 315, 6'5", 315, and probably 15 to 20 pounds of that is baby fat, where he can shred that. And I tell people, that's them big-time dollars right there, boy. But anyway, that's
but I don't think he would be a tackle in college or NFL. He'll be a guard. They'll keep him as a guard because he's 6'4". He's 6'4". So I don't know. Tackles they usually want you 6'5" or bigger. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's not a bad thing because he, like you say, he's very athletic. I have him and David Stone read like. I don't know if you can say 1A, 1AA. Like I have them like right beside each other is the best tackles in the nation.
Can I say this? X.
Go ahead.
I hate when people do that because 1A, 1B is still 1-2.
That's why I said 1A, 1AA. Like they right there.
That's still 1 and 2.
Man,
let me ask you a question. If me and you was racing, X, I ran a 4.31. We running the 10-yard dash though, just the 10-yard dash. I ran a 4.31, and you ran a 4.32. Are you 1A, 1-2? Are you in my first place? You second place.
You first place. I'm second place.
So my thing is make a decision. If you could only pick one, who is?
Man, oh man. I'm gonna ride with David Stone. I feel like David Stone could come in and play, like he could come play for us right now this year. I feel like that's how good he is. He could come play, which is why he was even trying to reclassify to this class.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, we're definitely fun. Now, he's the kid at IMG, right?
He's at IMG. He's at IMG. Yeah.
I have not looked at his film yet.
Did you look at last class? Do you remember the guy David Hicks?
Yes.
The D tackle that went to Texas A&M?
Yes, David Hicks.
Okay, so if you, I'm not saying he's David Hicks, but he's not too far from David Hicks. Like they play kind of similar. They play very aggressive.
Okay, so David Hicks is one. He would be two.
Yeah, he would be two. He would be two.
And the reason I haven't done, a lot of people ask me, Coach, you got to remember, it's a lot of kids play college football. I'm just trying to, get the algorithm working back again. But you also have to remember this. Part of the algorithm, guys, to be very honest, you got to kind of drop these videos as people do things, right? As they drop their top 3 or they make the official visit list, because people are now searching them. Like right now, David Stone hasn't done any, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen it. He hasn't dropped anything, that would cause the algorithm to work right now. So when he drops his final 3 or something, I definitely jump on it, if that makes sense. So,
yeah, I think he has a 5, a top 5, but basically, anybody around the recruiting area knows it's basically like a top 2. To be honest, it's like Oklahoma and Miami. It's Oklahoma and Miami with David Stone. He's from Oklahoma. Yeah, he's from Oklahoma.
All right, so we got all that banter out of the way. Now I need to.
So my top 5 must have. Of course, it's gonna be Jeremiah Smith. You gotta have Jeremiah Smith. He's one. I don't care who ain't in the class. He has to be in the class. So you go him. David Stone has to be 2.
It doesn't have to be in particular order. I'm just saying we got to get these 5 guys.
Okay, yeah. So I'm giving you 5. So Jeremiah Smith, David Stone, Justin Scott, obviously that's 3. 4 would have to be JoJo. I know he's trending to Miami, but you just can't. Him and Jeremiah, you just got to have them both on the same team. And my 5th one is going to be, it was Aaron Nolan, but he ended up committing to Ohio State, so I guess I gotta take him out of it.
Well, Jeremiah Smith is committed to Ohio State, and you put him in it.
Yeah, but he's still trending. He's still like taking trips. Aaron Nolan ain't looking for nothing. He's stuck. He done. Okay. So I would say Jared Gibson, running back from IMG.
Okay.
I would say he's basically this year class of Cedric Baxter. Not as fast, but he's this class of Cedric Baxter.
Now I broke his tape down. I broke his film down. Like I said, I don't know if he can top out. He's a big kid. He's a strong kid. When I say top out, you know what I'm talking about. The elite breakaway.
Yeah. He don't have that. He don't have that.
Yeah, and he'll definitely get faster, as years go on, strength training and proper running techniques and so forth and so on. But I'm going to ask you about a couple of people that you and I left off, but are on this list of official visits. One, you didn't say Dylan Stewart, who's a big-time defensive end.
Yeah, I didn't mention him. He would be on the list. If I was to take JoJo off, then I'd add Dylan.
Okay.
Dylan.
All right. What about Ellis Robinson, the cornerback out of IMG, who's committed to Georgia, but he's coming to Miami June 9th, so that's this weekend coming up.
Yeah.
And there's been talk about him kind of flipping a little bit.
Yeah, he's one. I think the staff doing an excellent job. Him or die, they doing an excellent job. Is trying to flip him. And yeah, it's rumors and chats that it could possibly happen. But in the end of the day, what Georgia does, as far as recruiting and getting players developed to the NFL, it just seemed like that's gonna stick for him.
Okay.
But if I didn't feel that way, he would be probably number 2. He would probably be number 2 in the class because he's that type of corner where he's good. You can put him on one side. Hey, I got this. Don't worry about me over here. So.
Right. Now here's something else. I don't think I broke his tape down, but I looked at it because I'm going to. One thing about his film I did not see, if I may be wrong, because I see so much film, but he wasn't playing a lot of man. And I know at Miami we play a bunch of man. I see him playing quite a bit of. I may be wrong in saying this. So
I think it's more so what like the scheme that the team be playing.
Right.
They play like a zone, a cover one mostly. Because they have a bunch of big boys. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of say, well, we let our big boys do all the upfront work for us, and y'all just cover. Just don't get beat over the top.
Okay, so they're like a cover 3. I might be speaking wrong, man, and I'm scared to keep talking because I may be putting my foot in my mouth. But I believe that's his video. No, it's IMG. It's IMG.
Yeah, IMG. I mean, just go and look at the game when they play Central.
Yeah,
just go look at the game when they played Central. They played a lot of man during that game.
Okay.
Played a lot of man during that game. And you will see like he plays man good. He had, but and then it's hard because they have so much talent. Like he had the number 1 corner last year on this team too, who actually reclassified. So it's like you looking at him, but you're like, dang boy, that guy over there look good too. Hold on, which one is which? And it's crazy. So
there it is, man. Coach Southwood in the building, man. What's up with you, baby?
Coach, what's happening? That's my coach. That was my 85, 95 coach, man. That was my coach right there, man.
Out there drinking a bunch of milk with a toothpick in his mouth. And all the years I've known Coach Greer, probably 20-some years now, not one time have I ever seen him without that toothpick in his mouth. Not one time. Let me ask you another question. Here's another big name, and I know about this cat. I think he is dynamic. Is Colin Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there's some talk about him going to LSU, and he's a Texas guy. Duncanville, I think he has a lot. I believe I did rank him overall a blue chipper. I think I only have 3 blue chippers so far on my thing. And again, I'm gonna get the website fixed up, man, and we're gonna really explain it because people don't like it. They just want to wonder why and all of this stuff. But I tell people all the time, right? Like one person asked me about the blue chips. A guy had 3 blue chips and 2 gold chips. Coach, how's he not a blue chip? Because he got 2 gold chips. Blue chipper means you check all the boxes, right? Am I right or wrong about that?
Right.
Except, and again, on mine, if you have 1 gold chip, you still can be a blue chipper. You really can, because there is a little leeway for something that's lacking, and it's usually size, right? It's usually size. So, for example, if I had to do a Ruben Bain would have blue chips on all other things except for size. He would be a gold chip.
Size, yeah.
Because he's average size for, or maybe a hair below what the average defensive end coming in at. He ain't 6'7", he ain't Calais Campbell coming up in there. You know what I'm saying? So he is average size, but everything else is blue chip. Therefore, you still can be a blue chip athlete. But if he had 2 gold chips, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
yeah.
I just want to explain that quickly to people because they're like, well, Coach, I don't understand. And it's a very simple ranking system, guys. Blue chip is 5 points, gold is 4, silver is 3, bronze is 2. Divide that by the number, and that's what you get. It's very simple. All right? I'm not here with the algorithm and everything else. All right. So, anyhow, let me look on this. So, June 9th is going to be a very big one.
Colin Simmons, that guy you said, he likes Jason Taylor, man. He speaks highly about him. He speaks highly about Coach Mario. He's coming on an official visit. Everybody outside in the recruiting world thinks it's LSU. And yeah, LSU has a great chance to land him. But the one thing that I keep hearing is that Jason Taylor is playing a huge role in getting these top guys. And these top guys, like, man, I want to play for a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, and we see that, right? And so, you know, what's funny, like that's trending, right? Like that's part of why coach put him on the staff. Like when I say on the staff, but also now on the field as a position coach.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Who doesn't want to learn from that kind of dude? You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, why not? I mean, of course, he's a gold jacket wearer, Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler, you know, Miami guy in the sense of playing for the Dolphins. I mean, we all know he's from Ohio. I think he's from Pennsylvania or something like that, but he played at Akron and so forth and so on. So, yeah, I mean, that's huge. Those are making big moves. I'm trying to think here. Who else on this list? Those are pretty much all of the five-star guys as we looked at them.
Let me look at my list.
Yeah, I know you guys jotted down. I know I lean on you guys when it comes to recruiting and who these players are. I can't go down that rabbit hole. I will lose my mind.
So you mean that's coming for this weekend, right? We have another 5-star D tackle. He's probably 3. He's 3, like behind Stones and Scott. Aiden Braylon. He's another one he can go. He's another one that can go. But he's about 6. He's 6'5", 290. He's probably the tallest one out of the bunch.
Okay.
He's the tallest one out of the bunch. I don't, man. When I seen him at the spring game, I don't think I seen any body fat on him. I was like, oh yeah, you play D tackle. He's like, yeah, like, man.
6'5", 290 is a good size. I have to be honest with you. That's a so far as a D tackle coming in right now, I think that's and remember we're only talking about what are juniors, but technically walking into their senior year. They haven't played their senior year.
You talking about 16, maybe 17-year-old kids. Yeah, that's big.
So that's great weight. You know what I mean? As you come in and you look at it, like you say, you look at their body styles, you look at those type of things, and I'll definitely get to all of those guys. But yeah, man, I mean that's huge right there. And we have to win those. And I said something, X, I don't know if you saw it, and I put some videos out about it, and I want to get your thoughts on this deal as well. And sorry, guys, we having such a good conversation. I'm not ignoring the chat. Y'all don't know what it is to be like behind this computer. You know what I'm saying? X, you over looking at this, changing this.
Yeah, you looking at you like, hold on.
If y'all see me, my eyes be all over. I'm looking at monitor this, checking volume. But anyway, so big shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for real. Chad says, Coach, if they don't understand it by now, then they aren't. You're right about that. But what I'm going to do at the end of the summer, I'm going to actually create a top 10 list by position. That's why I'm dropping so many of these videos, man. That's why I'm dropping these videos.
That's what I do. I look at, this year is the first year, since we branched out. So I'm starting to I'm looking at each state, top 25 players in each state. And then I go from there, and then I say, okay, well, then you go by position and say, okay, well, if this state has this player, I don't think he's better than this player over here, so then I rank him like that,
That's good.
So, and it's hard for the fans to understand because, the fans do have favorites, and like you said, like, I can't give this kid a 5-star if he's okay, he's big, he's fast, but he doesn't do anything when he's on the field. Like, so why am I giving him a 5-star? A lot of fans don't understand it, and they just be like, well, he's a 5-star over here. Okay, I mean, well, that's their 5-star. That's not mine. That's their 5-star.
And I tell people this all the time, bro. Like, not to be funny, we only like stars when it fits our narrative, right? And I'm talking about fan base. When it doesn't fit our narrative, right? Those stars are stupid. So for me, my ranking system, I'm not projecting anything. I am looking at their highlight tape. If they didn't put it on the tape, that ain't my fault, and that's okay, yeah. Right? And if they don't show those things, I don't not necessarily knock them. But how can I? Well, here's a prime example. How can I tell you a guy can play man because he's a 5-star, but it shows nowhere on his tape he's playing man?
Exactly.
Like, to me, that's not fair to the player, and that's not being consistent, because we'll use that same metrics and hurt another player. Well, he don't play man, so blah, 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 blah. And again, it may not be the young man's fault. That may be the system of the coach or the team in which he's playing for. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Anyway, real quick, let me get this shout out right quick. Shad in the 499. Coach, y'all got to put a 3-star in the top 5 as the Zay Flowers Memorial Player. This dude here, man, he just like getting. He love getting slapped, boy. I say that doggone. Anyway, that doggone Shad. But anyhow, who would be a guy? Back to what I was previously about to say. Who would be a guy X that's under the radar? Follow me here. That's a diamond in the rough, because I know you guys talk to, go out, practices, you know coaches, you be in those spots and blah, blah, blah. If you know of this person, that's a diamond in the rough that we say, yeah, coach, he might be a 3-star, he might be this, he ain't highly touted, but this dude a gangster. Now, before you answer, I'm going to say something else. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I've been getting a little bit of flack from our fan base because I said, in order for Mario Cristobal to secure the highly ranked 4- and 5-star athletes, to secure them, not to get them on visits, especially now that the visits are unlimited. Some cats may be just using this as a free trip to come to the crib. Who knows? But, right? To secure these guys, he has to win with 3-star and lesser talented players. We got to be, and I don't want to go down that road anymore. We talked about it, but I was just saying that in order to secure those guys, he has to beat the Dukes. We got to beat North Carolina. We ain't beat in 5 years right now. We got to beat, we got to smash Virginia, not being a field goal kickoff, hoping we win by 2 to those guys. I mean, Middle Tennessee State should not even be a thought on our thing. Like, we can't do what Middle Tennessee State when we play Temple or we play Miami of Ohio. Shout out to Coach Coop that he lost last night playing against Miami, Ohio. So we can't have that kind of deal. We played it on the video game.
Oh, man, Coach Coop, what you doing?
So we can't have those kind of deals. Shout out to Coop, man. I love that segment. But we can't have that kind of situation this year if we expecting to get a Jeremiah Smith, a Colin Simmons in the class of 25 and beyond. So now that I said all that, real quick for you answer, give you a cent. $20 for 27 Canes, Tape Dog, Simmons, Scott, Stone, Trader, and Jeremiah Smith. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that list. I like it. All right, so go ahead. Thank you so much for the $20, 27 Kane.
Yeah, I won't say he's flying under the radar. I would just say I think his ratings is absolute horrendous. I don't know why he's rated that low, but then he's an interior guy, meaning he could play inside offensive line, either the guard or the center. So they don't usually rate those guys as 5 stars, which is dumb. I mean, if you're going to be a 5-star, you're a 5-star. It shouldn't be because of the position. But the guy who just actually committed to Alabama, Joseph Bonata, I think.
The O-line.
It was a miss. It was a miss for you. It was a miss for you. Like, I think I'm gonna say probably a huge miss because he's okay. The center we got right now, Matt Lee. He can be that guy. He's your leader who's gonna take over that offensive line room and say, hey man, y'all follow me, let's go. Him and the quarterback gonna probably be best friends. He gonna make sure don't nobody mess with that quarterback. That's him.
So he's from Florida, like Tampa or something, right?
Yeah, he's from Florida. He's in Florida.
Clearwater,
yeah, Clearwater, yeah.
Okay. And again, right, those are the guys that we have to right now build our program off of, I believe. So I'm okay with Coach Cristobal securing these 3 stars. But here's what I have to say about them. He and his staff have to evaluate it properly and make sure these are guys that, like, for example, like you said, I'll take your expertise on the Joseph Ayanada. Did I say the name right?
Yeah.
So take a 3-star guy like him that may have flown under the radar because he may have played at a smaller school. I never even heard of the school he's playing at. Again, like I said, I'm here in Florida, but I don't know the name of the school. But long story short,
Yeah, it's one of those private Christian schools.
yeah. So those are the guys we got to kind of get up under the radar and build and beat the. Back to I said those list of all of those. Like we can't be in a fight with Boston College. We can't. Ain't no more Doug Flutie days here, man. Get that crap out
man. Here you go. Shouts out, your boy Groove. Groove actually got us losing to Boston College, and I was like, oh, come on, Groove.
Stop, Groove. But speaking of that, real quick, I'm gonna do it at the end. I don't know if Don King called you or not, but they said y'all two gonna be the main event.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right. So before the season kicks off, y'all gonna be the last main event of the Crush Groove series in the off season. Right now, Groove's sitting, I believe, at 3-1. He took a L to Miami Flow. Shout out to Miami Flow and the Miami Flow team. But he took a L, in that battle, and hopefully we might be able to get a rematch. He said the fight was fixed. He said it was fixed.
It was fixed.
He said Flo had some Vicks vapor rub on his glove, so when he was punching him, he couldn't see. He was blinded. Couldn't see. But anyway, so again, that's very interesting. Is there another guy, as I look through this list, I'm trying to see a name that pops off the list to me, and there's really none that I say, okay, yeah, I heard of this guy. 6'4", 205-pound James Nestor, coming out of North Carolina.
Yeah, the linebacker. Yeah, I like him. He wants to play baseball. Also, he got a 90, 91 fast. He can throw the ball 91 miles. So that's enticing. I think in the end, he has a relationship with Coach Venables from Oklahoma, and I think that's one of his next visits. I think you just got to keep an eye on that one. I would have felt great if he would have shut it down and just committed after this weekend, but he didn't. So now it's like, oh man, he got to go there, and we know Coach Venables is a defensive coach, so it's kind of hard to win battles against a defensive coach when you know I coach this position. You know what I'm saying? So come on.
No, I totally get it. I totally get where you're coming from. I'm trying to look here through this list as I look. I don't think I had a chance to talk to
I see the name right there. One name is Marcus Lightfoot. He's not flying under the radar, but he's not being mentioned as much as Dalen Stewart, Collins, or the D tackles. But he is definitely a guy that I love. Kind of reminds me, and I hate to say, he kind of reminds me of Najee Kelly. The way he been.
Yeah, I got to check out some of these films, man. And now, I want to ask you about two guys. There's an offensive tackle, 6'6", 335 out of New Jersey, Juan Minaya.
Juan Minaya, okay.
Is committed to the youth. 6'6", 335. Yowzers, that's nice. He's
a project. He's like Frankie Tenalu from us from last year. He's not. Coach Hayes, he's not a guy I expect to come in and play next year or the year after. If that, I don't think. Yeah, he's not that. He definitely needs some coaching up to get on that field. So.
In my projects, that's my project. All right, let's bring up one dude now, and everybody been talking about it. You were quarterback. You could slang that thing. Judd Anderson. 6'6", 210 pounds, early commit. He came down what it was an unofficial, early commit. And what's your thoughts on the gentleman? What's your thoughts on him? Because, hold on, let me go back. Because to the young man's defense, and I hate that as a fan base we do this. I hate that we do this as fan bases. I think that was at the time Aaron Nolan was about to make his commitment, and we ended up with Judd Anderson. And we blasted the shorty. We blasted him like, oh God, rah, 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 rah. Because we didn't get Aaron Nolan, we got this young man. What's your thoughts on him as a player? Is he a project guy? Is he a come in 2 years after we go through the steps of course, TVD. This is last year, I believe. We definitely know that Ja'Carry Brown is there, and so forth and so on. Where does he fit in this quarterback room?
Okay, I'm gonna say I was one that when he committed, I wasn't too happy because I was like, okay, man, I didn't know until I actually got to talk to coaches of the reason why they wanted him, and then I understood. So as far as me playing quarterback, then watching his film, he's a work in progress. And not saying it on a bad way, he just didn't play in the offense that allow him to have 3-4 receivers out there running open. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, yeah, he's a work in progress. He's the type of quarterback that Coach Shannon Dawson likes. He likes the big, tall quarterback who can throw the ball up and down the field. That's who he likes.
But is he an air raid type guy? Can he do the RPO?
Yeah, he's an air raid. He's an air raid type of guy. I don't know about the RPO. He's 6'6". It's kind of easy looking at a guy that's 6'6" do an RPO and say, "Hey man, we know you ain't getting. We know you're not running the ball. Stop doing it." You know what I'm saying? It's like watching Joe Flacco do an RPO. You know for good and well Joe Flacco is not. He's giving the ball away. He's not keeping the ball. So that's my whole thing about that. He's 6'6". It's kind of hard for a 6'6" guy to do an RPO and you not know. But that's the offense I've heard he's going to run this year. At his high school, and they still evaluating him because again, like I said, he hasn't produced a lot because the offense didn't run. It was in a wing team, and it was crazy. I'm like, man, he's 6'6". How is a 6'6" quarterback bending down in the wing tee? Like, come on, coach. You coach football. That's like. Man, if that quarterback go bend down that swing tee, y'all better hit him as soon as he get up. So, but
you're right, huh? You already know I'm going for the juggler, man. Real quick, Shad in here for the $4.99. Let's see what foolishness he about tight on here. X, do you think overall this is a deep recruiting cycle, or does it just have a few big names? Oh, good question. Shad,
no, I think it's a deep. Yeah, it's going to be a deep. It's going to be a deep class. I say around 28 to 30 kids. We at 9, I think now, not either 8 or 9 right now. So you say you could add 20 more, between 18 to 20 big name kids.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is start filling up the line. You guys call in. We getting off at 8 o'clock tonight because my beloved Heat play tonight, right?
Yeah. The Heat on.
Hey, we need some get back because you understand that James Brown get back. So start loading up in the phone line 862-799-9956. You can ask X anything. In the meantime, in between time, let's give a shout out to Alex Tabio from Pioneer Mortgage Funding right now. Sponsor, do me a favor, X, point straight down to him right there. His phone number is 305-205-1697. Anything you got to do with home financing, give him a call. He can hook you up, help you out. Trust me, I know the market sounds crazy. I know it's wild out here. The interest rate, oh no, it's not time. Get your stuff ready. People might be foreclosing. Things fall out. And one thing I know about real estate, because I do some real estate stuff, things change overnight. So what you don't want to do is not get prepared. Have your paperwork in order, get your financing secure, all of that good stuff. And for all my entrepreneurs out there, do me another favor. Give him a call. He's got aggressive programs. For all my people out there that don't get a pay stub, you your own boss. In the words of Rick Ross, you your own boss. So you know what I mean? You cut checks, you don't get a check. And so with that being said, give him a call. He's got a very aggressive programs for that. And big shout out to Rick Ross. Also had his car show this weekend. They told the biggest boss he couldn't have it. And he said, we're going to have it anyway. And this dude that messed around had a Ferris wheel out there, X, and a doggone rodeo. A rodeo and a Ferris wheel, X. Come on,
that's
man.
Dope.
And that boy riding around with no shirt on. He better cut it out. I mean, right now.
Ross be doing it big every year, man. He do it bigger and bigger every year, man.
I'm going to go next year, man. I think I'm going to go next year and go live. Right from there. Right off the promised land, as he called it. I'm going to go stand next to that big buffalo. But anyway, so like I said, the phone number is there, 862-799-9956. Guys, go ahead and call in. I would love to hear your top five, maybe some guys that we missed, some guys that we didn't miss. And as we build this queue up, we can go ahead and take those questions.
I think everybody around the college nation has pretty much the same top five. Jeremiah Smith is in it. David Stone is in it. Maybe one of those quarterbacks. The one I think who just committed to Georgia. He's in it. He has to be in it. Then you have to put maybe Ellis Robinson in it. And you could pretty much pick and choose who will be the fifth one. But everybody pretty much has like around the same top five, or at least close to. Because those are the five top players in the nation that everybody wants. I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, here's my question. Dave Warrior, I hear you. And I hear the whole thing about Nick Saban and Mario Cristobal. And I'm going to be honest, bro. If I'm a coach, we're not in the same conference. We don't even play each other, bro. Do you really think I'm gonna burn a scholarship spot? Because
that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
For a guy, I'm just hearing me. For a guy that, I'm not saying he's a project or not, but he's not a highly touted guy. I think he took him, and I do think Mario likes him as well, but I don't think he took him because Mario likes him. Does that make sense?
Man, look, if Nick Saban taking you, he ain't taking you just because another school wants you. He taking you because he wants you to come play at Bama. Right. That's Nick Saban. Nick Saban got what? 100 championships? Why would he take a kid from Miami? If he going to Miami, let him go. I mean, I get what you're saying. Say it like this. Change the words like this. Say Nick Saban is using Miami as a recruiting tool. Oh, okay. Miami like him, we gonna take him. Say something like that. Then we be like, okay, yeah, that's true. But not because he's going to Miami and he's not going to play at Bama. No, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. As they say out there, Dave Warrior. I know where you're coming from, but I would word it a little different to say two things could be true. Mario Cristobal likes him. Nick Saban likes him. But I don't think that Nick Saban took him because Mario likes him and Nick Saban doesn't like him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like a jealousy thing, because at the end of the day, you still got to have your roster spots and so forth. And again, if I'm going to take a guy from you to crush your program, I'm going to take your top dog. I'm not going to take you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take the dog that want to jump off the porch, not the one that's barking from the front door, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll basically be what he was doing to us for years when he kept taking all the top receivers, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, when he kept taking those guys, you know what I'm saying? Those guys.
Yeah, now that makes sense.
Yeah, say something like that, but not that guy.
Yeah, real quick, man. Shad says $4.99. I'm working, but X, do you see a Harold Perkins in this class?
Oh, man.
I want to say
wow.
I have not seen a standout linebacker on these visits yet. I may be wrong, but I have not seen.
Yeah, they haven't came yet. But I'm
talking about even like listed us as an official visit. I'm saying, who's come out besides?
We got Chris Cole.
I see Chris Cole from Virginia. I haven't seen his film.
You got Keyshawn Flowers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about top of the top?
I'm talking about that blue chipper.
Oh, okay. Dalen Williams. He finally gave us an official visit. He's from California. I think he plays at Poly. He's a stud, coach. He's a stud.
Okay. Yeah, I see Dylan Williams.
But I wouldn't say he's a Harold Perkins. Man, come on, Shy. You know, Harold Perkins is Harold Perkins. Like, man, Harold Perkins could have probably went to any college in the nation and played right away. I don't think it's a linebacker in this class that's gonna do that. That can do that. It's hard, man. It's definitely hard. But oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Harold Perkins. Harold Perkins, man, he's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah, he is, man. And I see old Smooth in the building. You know, even though Smooth a Bama fan, I actually like Smooth, man. Smooth, my man, right there. That boy Hurricane Millie, where you been at, brother? Says, I want to take your Rottweiler, not your Shih Tzu. There you go.
That's crazy.
Hey, big shout out to Ellen right there. She said, go follow X on Twitter, man. Go follow him because, guys, y'all do. I got E. Brown in the background right there on the phone call, so we're going to take your call here in a second. But like I say, yeah, man, it's very interesting. So, E. Brown, here's what I want to hear from you. I know he's a little older school Kane than us. I'm going to preface this a little bit, E. Brown. E. Brown, I want to hear your top 5 because you calling people scrubs. This the scrub daddy right here. Old scrub daddy. He calling people scrub. So you better, I'm trying to help you, E. Brown. So when you come on here and I unlock you, you better come up with 5 dudes. And I don't want to hear no scrubs, if you understand what I'm saying. You hear me? E. Brown. Let me give you a few minutes to figure it out. Uh-oh. Go to jam it for a second. Go jam. I don't want to hear no scrub talk. All right? So, I just want to say that to you right quick. Uh-oh. Too much going on right now. Too much going on.
I see your question, Shard. I see your question. Malachi Starks. Okay, yeah. That's another one. He like that. He like that for real.
Hold on. Whoa. What you mean Malachi Starks? You mean he coming to the U?
No.
Oh.
I was just saying he like that. He like that. I wish.
Listen,
I wish.
Listen, Malachi Starks was when I did his film. He coming from the same place as the Sammy Brown kid, the Jefferson High School in Georgia. He's coming from the same school as Malachi Starks. Let me tell you something, man. I thought Malachi Starks was one of the most dynamic dudes I broke down. And when think about this, you're a true freshman, and you broke into the starting lineup of a defending national championship team. Bruh. Come on, man. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. All right, I'm about to get into this. Deal right now. We see what's going on. All right, here we go. I'm trying to set this up. You know I got to set this up. I got to set this up. All right, we're coming to the line right now. We're going to E. Brown. E. Brown, you on the line right now. That's your favorite line right quick before we go to get started. That boy say,
Trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrubs.
you don't want no scrubs, y'all. E. Brown, you on the line. Your 5 better be hot. Let's go.
Well, listen, I don't have a top 5. Okay, I have a top 3 request. My request is that we stop it with the those top 5 guys you guys are talking about. Hey, let's scrap.
No. Hold on, E. Brown. Hold up. Now you the same dude. Hold on. Hey, X, I'm gonna mute you for a second because I guess the TV or something in the background. Hold up, E. Brown. Hold up. Now you the same guy that come on this show, and I ain't even started your time yet. I see you, Reggie, in the background. I'm coming next call. You be talking about we don't need those scrubs. We need dogs. We need people that got that dog in them. And you can't give me, I don't even want 5. Give me 3 dogs.
Well, now, Coach, you're cutting into my time again.
I ain't started your time. And you take this time.
All right, Coach. Hey, I'll take that back. But let me start it out by saying this. Okay, I think that we need to concentrate on linebackers. We need to concentrate on a tight end that could take it down the field to open up our wide receivers. and we need that's what we need to concentrate.
So who are
I think
they?
that's what we need to.
Who do you want, E. Brown? Let me start your time. I done messed around up here. My question is, I get the positions. I ain't tripping. But who are those guys? Because if we get a tight end, you'll be like, they ain't no dog. Who does E. Brown consider a dog and not a scrub? That's what I want to know.
Well, we that's the problem. You see, I mean, we have those 5-star, 4-star aficionados who all they talk about is they talk about the big wide receiver, they talk about the big running back, and they talk about that. But let me touch on this right quick. I'm gonna go back here. I'll go back here. Butch Davis' freshman class. Butch Davis' freshman class was Dan Morgan, Reggie Wayne, Damian Lewis, Bubba Franks, Andre King, Nate Webster. The man concentrated on linebackers. He concentrated on tight ends and what have you. 1987, Jimmy Johnson, another winning program that we talk about with the University of Miami. He started his freshman class was Erickson, Jones, Crowell, Mike Sullivan, Robert Bailey, and Randall Hill.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right. No. Stop right there. Stop. No. Stop right there. Great. This for you.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
All right. Now my question to you is, hold on. I hear what you're saying. You're talking about football from 25 years ago. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Huh? Wait a minute. Would you agree?
It's a winning concept, though, Coach.
Wait a minute.
It's a winning concept.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Who? I know you're a Miami fan. Name a team right now that's a dog. Georgia.
Name a team that's a dog.
Georgia.
Name a team that's a dog.
Georgia. They won the Natty. Georgia. That's fair. No, Georgia.
Georgia's loaded with dogs.
Okay, stop right there. Name me their Mike linebacker right now. Since you talked about Dan Morgan played Mike, name me Georgia's Mike linebacker right now. 3, 2, 1. Get out of here with that foolishness, E. Brown. That's what I be trying to tell you. You talk about what you want, but you don't know what's on the menu. Cut it out. Okay.
Coach,
hold up.
Coach,
you said Alabama. Hold up. Alabama got dogs. Name me Alabama's Mike linebacker that played the same position as Dan Morgan or Nate Webster right now.
What? I don't want to name Alabama.
You don't have to name them because you don't know them. What I'm telling you is the concept that you're speaking, Ebron, I love you, but the concept you're speaking right now has changed. But I guarantee you could name Alabama's top defensive end. I guarantee you can name the primary wide receiver. I guarantee you can do that. Why? Because those guys are now the game changers of the game. That's the difference. The game has changed.
Coach.
Yep.
Those guys, when they get into the NFL, where you got some real dogs, those guys are going to be obsolete. Trust me.
So what?
They're not going to.
We talking about college.
The reason why everybody knows these guys now is because everybody talks about it. I don't give a crap about the middle linebacker for Georgia or Alabama. I give a crap about the middle linebacker for the University of Miami. That's what I care about.
E. Brown.
So did you not see the middle linebackers we just got in the last recruiting cycle? We just got 5 of them. I mean, and we got 2 today. They just posted a picture today that's already college body wise ready.
Absolutely. In the way to win in today's football sphere or the environment, you gotta stack your defense. You got to stack your defense. And your defense, that defense has got to start with.
Hey, my bad to tell it to you, Mr. Brown. This ain't the '80s where a defense just going to stop an offense from scoring. This ain't the '90s where the defense going to stop an offense from scoring. It's 2023. If you don't have an offense, you're not going to win football games. Period. You don't have an offense, you're not going to win football games. It don't matter how good your defense is.
Hold on, E. Brown. Because I got other callers. I know you love this show. This show loves you. Coach loves you. I'm gonna let you hold on in the background, but I do want to give respect to the other callers that's been hanging on. So let's finish that point. I'm gonna crash your plane right right there. And then I'm gonna bring you back later because I got 2 more callers on the line. So I'm gonna bring you back. I know you'll hold tight for me because we love to have this back and forth like Venus and Serena. But hold on for me, man. All right, here we go. Coming up next, my man Reggie in the building. Caller, talk to me.
What's up, Coach?
Reggie, how you been, buddy?
All right. Sounds like E. Brown. Does he want to rent a linebacker? UGA, we got plenty of them on the lot. You want to rent one?
Oh God. I forgot you a Georgia fan.
No, but oh yeah, you should know, Coach. You just lay in the cut. We just lay in the cut and just observe. E. Brown, that was a long time ago, brother. It's the dawn of a new day. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
What you said? What you say?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
That's right.
No, but the reason I call in, Coach, usually I just lay in the cut when you had your Miami show, but I'm a little disappointed, man. You guys got your hands all in our shopping cart, Coach. Brother Jay got our one of our quarterbacks on the shopping list.
That's right.
KJ Bolden. KJ, yeah, he's already committed to us. Raiola is already committed to us.
Yeah, Riola's already committed to you guys. Yeah.
KJ Bolden, the blue chipper for me too. Now that dude could play.
Well, see, okay, here's the thing with KJ. KJ Bolden's going to end up committing to Georgia. Georgia will lose Jalen Hayward. So it's like I don't know if that's an even switch, but Georgia's not going to be mad about losing Hayward.
Uh-oh.
Are you sure we're gonna lose him? Because we signed 2 quarterbacks this class. Y'all didn't mention Ryan Pulezzi. We're working on Jeremiah Smith. So everybody has Jeremiah Smith on their shopping list. But Wingo.
Ryan Wingo a gangster.
Stewart.
Ryan Wingo a gangster.
Yeah, Coach, I have to give you your props, man. You've been cranking out those WREs, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
I do appreciate it.
Big shout out to my man. I don't want to plug him because I don't want to lose him. Somebody with bigger bread may come. But Coach got a dude helping me with the edit. Well, he doing the editing. If he say, okay, I'll crank your name, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to lose him. But look, my man helping me with the edits. Y'all see the edits fresh up in there, man. Big shout out to him.
The man is on point, man. I post them up every chance I get. So anyone that you pump out that has that little G logo on it, it's going to get pushed out. So I appreciate it, Coach.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. But let me hear the last bit of foolishness about to come out your mouth so I can get on to this next caller.
No, I just wanted to call in, man, and ask Miami to get their hand out of our pocket, man. That's all.
Hey, but if y'all winning, why we can't keep our hand in y'all pocket? Y'all winning, we got to take some of the players that y'all winning with. That don't make sense, right?
Miami ruled the land for a certain period of time. Now it's UGA's time.
There it is. All right, Reggie. Well, I hear you, man. I always appreciate you, man.
It, Coach.
Yeah, you always support the program, man. Thank you so much, brother.
I'm gonna go back in the comment section now, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. We got to chop it up too, man, about some stuff too, man. So do me a favor when you get a chance. Me, I'm always in the lab, man. I don't never sleep, man. I just recharge. I take this cable right here. I plug it up in my net right here and just recharge. I don't sleep. So hit me up, man, whenever you get a free moment.
I hear you, Coach.
Thanks, brother.
If you, I can hit you up after the game. Then if you're gonna be up.
Yeah, you can hit me after the game, during the game. It don't matter. You know me. I'm a basketball sometimes fan.
I definitely touch base with you.
All right, thanks, brother. All right, let me go to the next one. Is anonymous. Yes, sir. Is anonymous, and I think I know who this is. Caller, talk to me.
Let's get to the obvious, what we need to know.
Stop for a second, Ms. Wilcox, if you don't mind, if y'all don't know.
Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. We're all here to do what we're all here to do. Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Kings Talk Live 120. The Oracle. The floor is yours.
Well, hi. How everybody doing this Sunday?
Great.
But first of all, How you doing?
I'm doing great, Miss Wilcox.
Okay, let me get to it because I don't need you to interrupt me, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
At this point, remember I talked about the Dolphins and the Whales. The 3 stars are the Dolphins. They'll move up to the 4 or 5 in their senior year. That's why they picked them right now. He's now at the Whale. I guess y'all heard today he said Whale on one of his YouTube channels. The Whale is the 4 and 5 star.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what he's after right now. And at this time, I'm not calling any players or calling anybody's name. I'm just going to ride the wave because that's what their parents did. And the FTC is going to rule this situation where other schools are pulling players with falsification. And that means you're messing up that data breach. Do not sign a child and you can't pay them because you're going to have a data breach. I told y'all it's going to come. If he over here in that school has where they have money and going to give it to them, parents, you need to pay attention because it's by law and inside the courtroom that's legal. So a lot of you people are going to understand these kids now going to wake up because they're going to know the difference. If Alabama call me and they can't pay me, I'm not going there. Georgia want me, but Miami want to pay me. I'm not going there. We need to step back and let Mario and the gentleman work with their magic because we're not going to call any name. Right now, we would accept everybody. It is what it is. Name, accreditation, and your information. But at this time, we're going to manifest this, and we're not going to stop. You can say what you want to say, and I'm out.
Bye, Miss Wilcox. X, sit up straight, dog. Sit up straight. Sit up straight, man. She teaching. See, you the dude that be getting us in trouble, man. X, you over there playing with your computer when she teaching. Better stop playing, X.
Yeah, I got kicked out of class for that a couple times.
I'm scared to move. She told me don't interrupt her, so I'm scared to move. I'm scared to press the button.
Yeah, that what made me look like. Hold on.
She finished. She gone.
She said. I think she said she finished and she out. I don't know. She said she finished and she out.
Well, I was scared, but I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to get my hand slapped with the ruler. Now you get that ruler. I didn't want to catch that on the back of the hand. But real quick though, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Before I get to my next call, I see you right there. 1004 is the next caller. Let me tell y'all something. I'm telling y'all, you may not get it today. And I'm being very honest with you. You may not get it today, but you'll get it later. And y'all think I be joking when I say that? Because guess what I saw? My man right there, Alex Donno on Locked On Canes. Ms. Wilcox been talking about Whales and Dolphins for 2 to 3 weeks by now. Alex Donno just put a video out talking about Mario Cristobal talking about he got to get Whales. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. I'm telling you, adult X. Ms. Wilcox said that 3 weeks ago about Dolphins and Whales. And Alex Donno just put a video out talking about Whales. I'm done. The lady a genius. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm telling y'all, stop playing with her. Stop playing with the Oracle. And I'm not saying this being funny. I'm being for real, guys. I know you may not get it right away because I don't get it right away. But I be sitting at the red light eating French fries from McDonald's or something. I be like, oh, damn, that's what she meant. And pops up. Alex Donno. Hold on. I'm sorry, callers. I apologize. Locked On Canes just put a video out, and the headline on their video was something about Whales. And I'm going to pull it up right now because I ain't playing with them. Ain't cutting no shorts. Hold up. I'm sorry, X. Kane was biting. Look at this. Look at this. I'm finna share my screen. I'm coming, callers. I'm sorry. But I'm finna show y'all something because I ain't playing with y'all. They literally just put this video out today. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on. What does video say right here? 6 hours ago, Miami Hurricanes whale hunting in first weekend of official visits. Whale hunting. Here it is right here. This is the video from Locked On Canes. Man, the lady knows something, man. Y'all stop playing with her. Y'all stop playing with her.
Hey, but Coach Hayes, I mean, she could be right. And then Locked On Cane could be right also. But at the same time, I think I put this big fish hunting out months ago.
But you said fish. That could be a tuna.
I mean, okay, she said well, but I mean, big. Okay, if you want to go whales, then. But yeah, we been big fish hunting, but I said the big fish ain't coming to June, so. But we here now.
Hey man, you ain't gonna mess with me, World Cup. You better stop it, man.
No. I'm saying
you ain't gonna take me down with you. No X. You ain't gonna take me down with you. All right, we going to 1004 the next caller. 1004 caller, talk to us. I need your top 5 before you start your question and answer, or whatever you got to say.
Hey, Coach, this is Anthony. How are you?
Anthony, man, where you been, buddy?
I've been honest, dude. I've been. I think I told you in one of your previous streams. I became an uncle actually.
All right.
In January and stuff like that. My top 5 are Colin Simmons, Dylan Stewart, Elias Robinson, Dakota Fields, Justin Scott, and David Stone. Those are my top. Most of them are defensive linemen. 2 of them are defensive linemen. 3 of them, and 2 of them are defensive backs. Because I'm filling needs. Because we need a lot of pass rushers and defensive tackles, and we have a serious weakness at corner and stuff like that.
Okay, and of course we just lost the corner, the guy that transferred from Iowa. If I'm not mistaken, he was here for a spring.
Yeah, Terry Roberts.
And again, I don't know how these dudes transfer so much. But from what I heard, X, and you know I'm not a breaking news dude. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even start your time, Anthony. But from what I heard is he came in, didn't do what they thought he was going to do. So again, they didn't tell him he had to leave, but they sure made it uncomfortable and kind of just said, in the words of Reggie here for the $5, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. 2000, party over, out of time, my bacon smelling fine. Reggie, get your behind out of here with that food.
Honestly, Coach,
he bought that from him.
Do you guys agree, X, that our weaknesses are mainly on the defensive line and defensive backfield in terms of the corner position, pass rushers, defensive tackles was my top 5, or you guys disagree with me?
No. The weakness is definitely, I'm not going to say weakness, I'm going to say depth. The depth issues is on the defensive line and the cornerback room, but I think they addressed it with the cornerback room. And then we just had a JUCO guy who just came in this week. Demetrius, he came in this week, and I think he's supposed to commit this next weekend. So he's a guy that the staff likes. If he doesn't take that last and final visit, I think we looking good with that. So to go back to what Coach Hayes was saying about Terry Roberts, I think.
Guy from JUCO, with this Demetrius guy from JUCO, actually, does this mean we're not going to be bringing in corners in this class? Or just get focused on the for the defensive backfield, getting in or something like that?
No, we're going to probably most likely bring in 3 corners, 3 safeties. We're going to bring in 6 DBs in the class total. You know,
And I disagree with. Honestly, I agree with you guys.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay,
Finish
have a
your
good day, guys.
No, go ahead. Finish your last point. Finish your last point, brother.
No, and honestly, I see what people are saying that we need a middle linebacker, but to me, the traditional middle linebacker in general has gone by the wayside. And like when you look at the NFL and college football, that position has been becoming the traditional run stuffing middle linebacker has become extinct or starting to be phased out. They want their linebackers to be overall pass coverage and run stuffing, not one or the other, and stuff like that.
Yeah, just because you have so many reasons.
The traditional run stuffing linebacker that people are wanting as Hurricanes fans is going to start disappearing.
Well, it's because you're trying to match up. Right. Well, listen, you're right. I'm going to say this in conclusion. And that's what I was trying to tell E. Brown earlier. Because of the style of offenses being played, like Zach Thomas type body styles doesn't work in today's football because there's so many wide receivers, 4 or 5 guys. Running backs don't look like Emmitt Smith, right? Running backs are like Le'Veon Bell. These guys are basically wide receivers as well. They can go from the backfield and line up in the slot and be just as dangerous. And so that, like a Reggie Bush, that like they don't look like Lindell White. You understand what I'm saying? So
Derrick Henry's rare. Derrick Henry's rare.
Exactly. Right.
A big guy like that.
Exactly. But again, Derrick Henry was 6'3", 6'4", 220, whatever he is. But Anthony, I'm gonna call, if you don't mind, Anthony, can I call you Uncle Anthony?
Yeah.
Uncle,
yeah, I don't care.
Uncle Anthony, I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad you're an uncle, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man. And is it a niece or a nephew?
It's a nephew named Ozzy.
All right. Uncle Ant, go take care of nephew Ozzy out there, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks
Have
a lot.
day, guys.
All right, Warren Kane in the building. Caller, talk to us.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you, bro?
God, listen, if I was doing any better, I might need a twin. Listen, this may sound like the most kiss-ass comment on this entire show ever in the history of Coach Hayes football, but I trust your judgment on the top 5. I honestly have no clue, don't really care. That's why I watch all of your videos, because I can find out who I think the top 5 should be, because I trust your judgment. X, that's not that I discount your judgment. I mean, I'll pay attention, I'll hear it out, but got to tell you, Coach Hayes made some impressive videos, and I like them. So whatever you say, I'm going to go with that.
Thank you, my brother. It's always good to have somebody on your side, man. Thank you so much, man. But like I said, those are my just top 5 off the guys I looked at. I think me and X had very similar, except JoJo Trader. And I would have put him in there. I just think we had different criteria for why I did or didn't put him on there. But I think our list is very similar. JoJo Trader is definitely one of the guys on the list. I just looked at him as a guy that I feel like we got in the bag. So if we kind of got one in the bag, why spend a slot on him when I could use it for another guy? That's me being a little selfish, if that makes sense.
Right. No, I understand. Listen, when Kirby Smart took over at Georgia, he was absolutely a madman on the recruiting trail for 2 or 3 years. And the University of Georgia, I don't know if they didn't like it, didn't understand it, wasn't expecting it. And he laid down the law with them and told them, you got to go all in. And that's exactly what Mario is doing. This is the 2nd year in a row. He's done really good with the recruiting, and he's obviously got a proven track record. And it took what? It took Kirby, 5 years, 6 years to win a national championship?
Yeah, but he got there too, though. Let's not discredit that piece. See, a lot of people are forgetting when he won.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he got there. How fast did he get there, though? That's the difference.
Well, yeah, no, I think it took him It still took him like 4 years to get there.
But that ain't, bro, it takes 4 people, guys. Think about it. And again, he didn't walk into a school where the cupboard was bare, right? But most coaches don't get to a national championship, whether they win it or lose it, in 4 years.
That's true, but again, Coach Hayes, I think he got put in.
Obviously I want him to do it next year, but I mean, on the rate he's going, I got no problem. It's going to all pay off. Listen to all how you guys were doubting Jason Taylor's recruiting. or the guys he's bringing in. I love it. It is nothing but good for Miami. It's gonna pay dividends. It's just, it's just gonna take some time.
I got you. Go ahead. Answer that.
Kirby Smart guy. I mean, when he became the coach of Georgia wasn't bad. They just couldn't get over the hump with Rick. So they were like, okay, Rick, we're gonna go opposite way. Right. What Mario got put into, it was bad. It was really bad. Everybody say, oh well, you had the players, the team went 7-5 the year before, so you should have been. No, it wasn't the fact that the team went 7-5 the year before. It was how they went 7-5. Like, why did the team go 7-5? The team was bad. It's just so much around that program that needed to be changed. It wasn't like Georgia was already Georgia. When they got Kirby Smart, they just elevated even more. They just couldn't beat Bama. They couldn't beat Bama. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't beat LSU. But Georgia didn't have much to do. You want to have a lot, not just on the field. That's just on the field. We think we don't think about the facility, the budget, the coaching staff. It's a lot, man. The nutrition. It's just so much. Mario had the demand. The school, you gotta spend money. You want to win, you gotta spend money. It's the only way I'm coming back. You're not spending the money, I'm not coming back.
That's true. No, that's true. Well, I'll say this now. Back to that point before I get into Chi-Town. Chi-Town, I see you on the line, baby. Kirby Smart got to the Natty in 2 years after taking the job. I just looked it up. He got the job in 2016. He was in the 2018 National Championship when he lost to Tua. Tua comes in and throws it up the sideline. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Oh, yeah. But that wasn't his second year.
Yeah.
What year you said it was?
Okay, hold on. I'm just Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart been at Georgia since 2016.
Okay, that was 2018 that happened.
That was 2018 when Tua came and threw that touchdown? You sure?
Georgia? Remember, he was a freshman. Georgia lost national to Alabama. What year was that? 38-18 victory over the Crimson Tide. No, hold on. I'm sorry. Coach can't read. January 8th, 2018, 26-23. He lost to Alabama when Tua came in. So in 2 years, he basically put together a national championship team from, again, the cupboard was not bare. Don't get me wrong. But you're talking about, I don't know, is it culture changing? Now, again, I'm not saying Mario Cristobal should be winning natties by now. I'm not saying, but damn. Shouldn't be 5-7, dog. I don't care what nobody say.
You right. You sure right, Coach. You sure right. You right. That was because he had that freshman class that basically kind of strong on Nick Saban and said, "Hey man, if you don't play us, we finna leave." And right. Nick Saban played those guys and they end up winning.
Right. So I just want to say that. Let me get Chi-Town Kane here before we get off of this deal. Gotta get ready for our Miami Heat to win. And again, I gotta get E Brown back on. I gotta slap him around a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta about to start sipping in a little bit, man.
What you mean start? I've already started. Hey, do me a favor, brother. Put some right there in that cup for me. My man. All right. All right. That boy on that Bobby Brown. Chi-Town Kane in the building. Carla, talk to us.
What's good, Coach? I'm still at work, but I know the show was going to end, so I'm like, let me just call in real quick.
I love it, man. Real quick. I'm sorry. Shab for the 499. Coach, E. Brown is not going to let you tell him our 2000 base defense couldn't match up with 2019 LSU. I'm going to get that to him, Shab, when I get him back on. Chi-Town, talk to us, man.
All right. So my top 5, I need JoJo Trader. And the only reason I'm putting him up there is because if you talk to Florida State fans, they swear he's a lock for them. You talk to Miami fans, we swear he's a lock for us. So I just find it hilarious that we can't decide which one he's a lock for.
Okay.
I need Justin Scott. I need T.A. Cunningham, the one who transferred from California and I was at Miami Central. I need Dylan Williams, the linebacker from Poly. And I want to flip Colin Hurley from LSU. I forgot what school he goes to, but he's from Florida. Those are my top 5 that I need.
Is Hurley is that the gentleman that's related to Bob Marley?
No. He talking about the quarterback that's committed to LSU. The kid that's related to Bob Marley is Chris Cole.
Chris Cole, okay. All right. I messed that up. Coach blew it.
Yeah.
All right. So what
but
you think about that?
Because he gonna be stubborn in his way. If he notices, all the linebackers we got can run sideline to sideline. The days of having a linebacker cover the B gaps, just lining up over the tackles, making sure nothing gets outside of him, those days are done. All the linebackers that we brought in now can cover and can run. So I don't know what I'm talking about, 1986, 2002. I don't know about none of that. But
he's still on the line back here, so I'm gonna get him back on. You know, I gotta Ibrahim, my man, dog. So I gotta get him back on and slap him around a little bit. But anyway, no, I hear what you're saying. But that's an interesting list. I think it's some same players both of us have. I think 3 of the 5 of those guys are totally different than what both of us have. What are your thoughts on that, X?
Yeah, he mentioned T.A. Cunningham. I think he's another one that's a locked in with UM. Once he gets down there on his visit, he's going to work out for them, and I think he'll commit right after it. The Hurley kid, he's committed to LSU. I think just recently started picking back up the chatter with him.
Unlocked.
Say it again.
No, I was locking the conference. So people can't come. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he's going to be a hard pull because LSU. If LSU doesn't look for another quarterback, then he stays locked with LSU. The JoJo talk about the FSU thing. Yeah, JoJo does like. FSU is coming at him hard, but yeah, JoJo is not leaving South Florida. He's going to be in Miami.
Hey, quick thing, Coach, before you kick me off for Brown about the Kirby Smart thing. Mark Richt wasn't a bad coach at Georgia because people forget that he was close enough to whooping Notre Dame as badly as Alabama did. The only difference is that Alabama stopped him on that goal line in the SEC championship game. So Mark Richt was a play away from becoming a national championship coach because you can't tell me that Georgia wouldn't go in and whoop Notre Dame as bad as Alabama did. So Mark Richt was a great coach. He just, I don't know, like we got the Mark Richt that Georgia had at Miami, I think we would have been in where Georgia is right now. Well, we would have just been far and away better.
I'll just say this real quick before I go. We got to be careful with the words that we use, right? The adjectives in which we use, like great. I don't know if Mark Richt was a great coach. I think he was a very good coach. When you start using the words like great, you start that. See, again, it's just like the word elite and the word blue chip. We got to reserve those words. And I understand where you're coming from. I'm not jumping down your throat about it. But we got to be careful because when we start using certain words, we put people in certain categories, right? There's a difference between very good coaches. There's a difference between good coaches. There's a difference between great coaches. And then there's a difference between GOATs. You know what I mean? I think a person like Ryan Day, we're talking about coaching, is a good coach. Is a great coach. Dabo Swinney is a great coach because they're here. They're always in the talks of the upper echelon when it comes to college football of today's era. But would you put Mark Richt in the same boat of those guys?
No, you're right. I should have just called him a really good coach. I just couldn't remember a time where George. I agree with you.
No, but Sha, the reason I'm using you, but I'm using you as an example, and I know you could take it. Some people get, but I know you're cool with it. The reason I said that because when we talk about people, we got to make sure we understand where people fly, and sometimes those things just kind of fly off the cuff. But that's why I said all that too when we talk about players and plays and so forth and so on. And so I just want to make sure I was clear on that. But yeah, Shot, talk to me, man. Last words, and we out of here. Got to get ready for my heat.
Yeah, no, it's all good, Coach. Yeah, no, it's all good, Coach. Yeah, no, I just think Miami was in their problem was they were so stuck on the pass that they thought the pass could work in today's game. Like, they said, oh, we could still match up with Bama, Georgia administration, all that kind of stuff. But we weren't putting it into the future, which is why we're so far behind now. You know, we had all the talent, but we weren't teaching our players to be professional football players. We were just like, hey, we're going to give you a gym, we're going to feed you, and you're going to go out and play football, not knowing that there was another tier that we needed to reach in order to get back to where we were.
Gotcha.
And I think that's what the problem was. We were.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, let me go in and get E. Brown out of here, man. Let me talk to him and see what the deal is, and we'll make it happen.
The conference has been unlocked.
All right.
All right, Coach.
All right, brother.
All right, Coach.
Yeah. All right, E. Brown, come in and say your last little piece of nonsense. I'm just talking trash. All right, E. Brown. Oh, is that groove right there? Say, do I see food on the screen, Hayes?
Yeah, I see that. Hey, get ready, man. You better start working out. This ain't no lightweight over here, baby.
E. Brown, talk to us. I got him on. Oh no, my bad. I still had him muted. E. Brown, go ahead, talk to us.
Coach, I got to give you an extra props, man, because both of you guys are professionals and you're good at what you do.
Thank you.
And what you guys do is you entertain nerds with the 4 and 5 star talk. That's just good. I mean, you know, that's nerd talk, man. You guys good. You guys are excellent at entertaining nerds about the 4 and 5 star talk. Okay, so I'm going to give you your props on that. Okay, you guys do a fantastic job. Keep it up. That's all I got to say. Keep it up.
E. Brown.
Right now, the football. Hey, listen, the football season is not going on, and we need to have some sort of an entertainment. And the most entertaining sport, as we all know, is football. And have nerd talk about 4 and 5, 3 and 4, 5 star talk. That's fantastic. It's fantastic.
E. Brown.
I got to say this though, Coach.
Okay,
yes,
I just a question. Forget the 4 and 5 stars. I want to know who's E. Brown's forget the 5, top 3 dogs. I don't care if they got no star. It could be Booby Miles from Perryman, Odessa, Texas. I don't care who it is. I want to know, who do you want on this Miami Hurricane team that's a dog? I don't care if they the kicker, the placeholder, the long snapper. It could be, I want to know who E. Brown's dog is in the class of 2024, the year of our Lord. I want to know who E. Brown dog is that can say, you know what, Coach Hayes, if you bring in player John Doe, this the kind of dog I want. I don't care if we don't know about him, if we know about him or what. Who is the dog? And you've been in the back long enough to go Google somebody.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna Google anybody, but I'm gonna say this though. Robinson, the kid Robinson, the wide receiver, the man's a dog. Okay.
Robinson. I'm lost. Who's Robinson? Who's Robinson X?
Robinson, the kid from.
He talking about Ellis Robinson. You gotta be talking about Ellis Robinson.
He said he's a receiver. Or you talking about the defensive end?
No, the wide receiver. Wide receiver who signed down with the game.
Chance Robinson. You talking about Chance Robinson?
Okay, Chance Robinson. Okay,
Chance Robinson. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chance Robinson is a dog. He's good. He's not too far away from JoJo and Jeremiah now. Chance is definitely a dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna start there with Chance Robinson. Okay. I'm
All right.
gonna leave there with Chance Robinson.
He already committed to us.
But the thing is now. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get shout out. You're absolutely correct. I'm not gonna stand back and let that guy talk about, you know, the University of Miami 2000 team in comparison to 2019 team. Listen, that's a moot point. I'm not even going to go there because we all know that the University of Miami 2000 defense was out the best defense that was ever put together. Okay, let's not even talk about it. Now, what I want to say is this: Mark Richt left Georgia. When Mark Richt left Georgia, he left Kirby Smart with an offensive juggernaut. The only reason Mark Witt could not win the national championship is because he did not concentrate on defense like Kirby Smart did.
Mhm.
Kirby Smart came in and took over Mark Witt's juggernaut offense, and in that 2-year period, he built a top-notch defense that was able to compete with Alabama and beat them. And that's why they beat Alabama.
Mhm.
Okay? Kirby Smart and Nick Saban took the concept developed by, I know you guys want to hear it, they took the concept developed by Jimmy Johnson.
That's correct.
Butch Davis.
That's correct.
The University of Miami.
That's correct.
And they built their football teams based on that concept. Okay? If you think that you're not going to get it, if you think that you're going to go out and pick a bunch of 5- and 4-star offensive players to go out there and beat Georgia, you're sadly mistaken, because it's not going to happen.
Right.
We need to build our defense, gentlemen. We need to build our defense. And our defense starts with linebackers. Listen, the University of Miami, that concept you got those guys talk about, the University of Miami linebackers with the run stop linebackers. Miami started the fast, get into the football, running with running backs and tight end linebackers three freaking decades ago, bro. What are they talking about? We started that concept. Our linebackers at the University of Miami have been in that mold for 3 freaking decades. What are you guys talking about? You acting like the University of Miami linebackers did not run with wide receivers, did not run with running back and what have you. When they were out playing, when we feel that those All-American and potential football Hall of Famers on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to say is that if Mario needs to concentrate now on our defense, get our defense built up. We need to have a good defense. We need to have a good tight end that can run down the field, catch the football, take some of the pressure off our wide receivers who we currently have, who I think will be able to perform. When we get Chance Robinson out there, we'll see that. Also, we also need to talk about get the defense together, because the tight end is going to open it up for the wide receivers, and then we're going to need a freaking kicker. Because we need to play.
Get this man off the line. I'm done. Get this man off the line.
Coach, we need to play. We need to play defense. We need to play football right now because of the way our team is made up. We need to play defense from a defensive standpoint where we can stop people, then we can score enough points, and then we get in a tight game. We need a kicker who's going to win the game for us.
All right.
That's what we need to do.
I love it, E. Brown. Listen, we already over time. I'm glad you held out with us. You know, we just be having fun on here, man. I got to give you one of these just for good luck.
Hey, Coach, I'm a Miami Heat fan, but man, we can't beat them. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm gonna call you Mr. Negativity, man. Hold up, I'm gonna give you one more just for.
Hey, we up though. We up 10-2 right now. So I'm about to
I thought it started at 8:30. It started at 8 o'clock.
Man, the game is on, Coach. The game on. I'm about to tell you.
Oh,
thanks for having me. Nah, yeah, the game on. The game is on.
All right. Hold up. All right, so E. Brown, I appreciate you. I got to run, man. Thank you. All right, real quick before I go, real quick, man. I'm sorry. I thought it started at 8:30. That's why I said 8 o'clock. We out of here. But listen, man, real quick. I got this last caller. He had a message for you, X. He wanted to ask you a question. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all boys have it.
How you doing, Mr. X, sir? You already know the proven one. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? The fans want this matchup, man. You feel me? What's going on, man? How we gonna do this, man? We gonna wait till the beginning of the season, man? How you gonna do this?
Nah, I think Coach say we gonna set it up right before the season. We'll be the last one. We'll get the last week before the season.
Hey, we can do that, man. Heavyweight matchup, man. You know.
Yeah, we'll get the last week of the season. We can prepare. I guess whatever topic they want to. And it'll be what it is. Showtime. We prime time. Pay per view. Prime time.
Yeah, we prime time, man. You know, this real Fist versus Stan Thompson right here, man. You feel me?
Yeah, prime time, baby. We can set. Hey, I'm telling him, set it up. Set it up. Let's line it up, man.
So you know what they call me though?
Now what's that?
Can man. They call me the can man because anybody can get it and you gonna get it.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Well, nah, man, my ex-boy, man, that's my brother right there. Man.
Yeah, hey, it's funny because everybody be on the timeline talking about, man, I know you and Groove. I'm like, man, that's the homie, man. Y'all the ones don't like him. I'm cool. Like, y'all take it too personal. It's just Twitter talk. Like,
well, I can say that
exactly,
this face
man.
off. Can I be honest with you? I can say this face off sucks. I thought it was gonna be some real trash talking.
oh no, it's gonna be some trash talk. Pay per view, hey, pay per view, man. I don't talk before. You ever heard Michael Jordan say, man, talk trash when the score 0-0? That's when we gonna talk, man. Right before we get on when it's 0-0, we finna get it. We finna get it going.
I just wanted to check his temperature.
Oh, we here, man. X don't back down, man. I've been doing this for a long time, man. I'm here. I done won some, I done lost some, but I won more than I lost.
Okay, well, we gonna see. You gonna lose another, you have another L under yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm at the age where I can't take no more L's, man. I can't take no more L's, so I don't know about that.
All right, well, listen, this ain't working out. This ain't working out like I thought. I thought it was gonna be some sparks flying. I thought I was gonna have to calm some people down, but no, Big Groove coming in. Oh, that's my friend. But we gonna find out when we set this thing up.
And then coach, you gotta understand the Heat game on. So I'm trying to let me get up out of here. You know, I'm missing the game already. I'm like, man.
When I talked to you earlier, I was like, oh, it started at 8:30. We're gonna get off at 8 o'clock. You ain't say nothing. I thought it started at 8:30.
Cause you said we get off at 8. I'm like, okay, they normally start the game at 8:05, which is what they did. But you kept going. I'm like, oh, I don't know if he knows.
But I thought it was 8:30. That's why I said, okay, give it time. Well, listen. With all that being said, X, I know you won't hear. We're gonna say goodbyes right now. Man, I appreciate you, dog. Thank you as always, man. Y'all go check out X on Wednesdays at 7:30 on Canes Talk. Football stuff, whatever it's called. What is it called?
It's called? Caneville, Twitter, 7:30 every Wednesday.
Go check him out, man. And we're gonna have you back on some more when it comes to some of the recruiting business, if you don't mind coming on. And we're gonna have some good fun and all of this good stuff. And like I said, we got a lot coming up, but I appreciate you, dog. Thank you as always, man. Go ahead and get
Thanks
on that.
Thanks for having me, Coach.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. X-Man in the building, man. Appreciate it. Well, guys, with that being said, check us out Sunday, 6:30. Every Sunday, 6:30, Canes Talk Live. Tuesdays, the Coach Me Coach podcast. Thursdays is Prime Time Talk. And we also drop WREs Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. every day. We break down the top talent in the nation. They call WRE, stands for Watch, React, and Evaluate. And we try and make it happen. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for hanging out. And again, go Heat and go you and go to Crib. 305 in the building. Somebody pass me my cane juice.